Oh well, just got an error. Typical. Yeah, it's just you update an application, right? Without any, there's no issues with the application, and then you update it, and then lo and behold, you know it gets into issues. Tedious. Anyway, I was just listening to this Roman papist, a Danish Roman papist. Although I have learned. Oh wow, what's happening here? Apparently, it's not reacting so good. I guess recording and all that, and old phone and all that. It's not going to be wonderful. But anyway, so I was listening to this Roman papers from Denmark. That there's some information that I can use, but wow, he's just a Roman papers for sure, twisting the truth and flipping. You really have to be careful. Like he's trying to make this king into the defender of Roman Catholicism, and the king is the one that set up a commission to translate the means. It's bullshit. I'm sick and tired of the bullshit. Um, so he might have seemed Christian II, and the whole thing in regards to this civil war there is in Denmark, which he also wanna what do you call it, confute, or because it was German soldiers coming up and all that. Well, it was the Danish the Danish high people. I can't remember what they're called, but the thing is, Christian II chopped up some heads of Swedish high people, and I don't, in regards to the story, in regards to that, but it seems like the papists wanna make the conflict in regards of between Denmark and Sweden, so they seem to use that as a point to rip up the source, or whatever it's called, to make conflict. Now, who knows, these people in Sweden, in regards of who knows what they did of depravities and all that got the king to do that. But anyway, the Danish high people were afraid that he would do that to them as well, because the king wanted, as I understand it, he wanted to give more freedom for the people. The people liked him, and those other people didn't like him because, anyway, so he fled Denmark because of these high people in Denmark throwing him off the throne pretty much. So he had to flee to Germany, and he listens to Luther, and he becomes a Protestant. He already had Protestant, what do you call it, sympathy? Protestant, what do you call it? But it's incredible how the but yeah, in any case, it's how they can get this information, and learning against learning. Roman papists and Roman Catholics. They're just things that he is promoting. Oh, he wants more, foreign people to come to Denmark, and yeah, so they can have more of papist, or the Roman Antichrist. Sorry. No, they want to weaken nations like Denmark, Sweden, and Norway, and many other of the Protestant nations. That's the whole goal. They want to have the whole world under the wings of the Antichrist. Now, in regards of information, we cut diplomatic ties with Rome according to a source, in 1636. But apparently we have re-engaged this diplomatic thing in 19 82, so 2 years before I got born, in regards to the Roman pagan calendar. Now, I don't know when we actually accepted the Vatican as a state, but maybe around the same time. Um, I have to figure that out. Oh, wow, I'm listening to this guy because, if there's any gold nuggets, anything that he, some information, and there are some information that is true, and that, you can see, okay, he's confirming, like, for example, that, Hitler was a Roman Catholic because he married a Protestant woman. So, any case, we have a lot of Roman Catholics because Nazism was a Roman Catholic movement. He actually goes into talk about that in one of his. So it's not all bad, He is actually confirming that the Roman Catholics support. I think it was Eichmann anyway that he talked about that. That was Eichmann, because I remember another source talking about that Eichmann, when he was sentenced in Israel, when they got him from Argentina, he had his last, what do you call it, rite, or what it was called in Roman Catholicism, where you got the cookie Jesus before he was to be, I think it was hanged. I think he was hanged for. And by the way, in regards of these deniers, in regards of the how many and all that, we have, Eichmann also quoted for saying around 6 million. And we have all these trials in regards of Eichmann as well, hours and hours and hours. But that was this book, an interview in regards of Eichmann. The thing is that the point was that this book should only have been released after he died, but that apparently wasn't so. And we have some temperature issues. It's interesting how they can't figure out to make it has to be in the middle of the screen, not like up in the side or anything. It's the same thing with the connection thing. Oh, we have some connection issues. Well, then put it, at the side of the screen where it doesn't annoy. Not put it directly pretty much in the middle of the screen where it just, a little under it, I can't remember. But maybe we'll get the warning at some point. But it's just annoying. Going up and it's just. Anyway, so he did confirm the things in regard to Roman Catholicism and the Nazism, because Roman Catholicism is, well, Nazism. It's just, so fascism. I think he might also be talking about these different, or if that is another, but there's so much information out there. Well, much and much. There's a good amount if you want, if you search for it. There's a good, amount of it. You find it here and there. So, but it's just terrible to listen to this guy. He also there's clear thinking errors that he shouldn't have, and it's just typical Roman papist, it's just typical papist, poopist, I think, poopish nonsense, that's what it is, poopish nonsense. Anyway, I still have some videos to listen to from him, but I you can feel the spirit is not, it's not reacting in a positive way. He's a child of the devil, and who knows if he seems to be, Roman agent. He's pushing all this madness, all these, and he's still at it, he's still pushing nonsense and things of. So yeah, he could easily be a Roman agent. But in any case, he is promoting Roman Catholic bullshit. And it's like, give me a break. Well, at least he's, I can respect him for his that he's not hiding what he believes, at least. Mostly it's outwardly on things. But of course, he is an older guy, so maybe he doesn't really care if, I don't know. But anyway, it's sickening to listen to some of the things he says and the false conclusions, saying that, well, it wasn't really the whole Bible that was translated because the Apocrypha was not in the version. How long does it take you to actually check that information, before you spew it out as fact when it's not true? Because the Christian the Third's Bible did have the Apocrypha. So, it's just disgusting. You get tired of it. Tired of all the lies. Yeah, and the twisting. It's just disgusting. I wish we had truth. Stand on who the Antichrist is. It's the Pope. It's the papacy. Now, actually, I talked to Jörg. I've really learned a lot from them, reading books and all that. But it seems Jörg does not believe that Jesus is God Almighty. And I know I had the talk with Brad on that as well, although he seemed to recognize that it was true, but I don't know. But, maybe he was a pagan thing and all that, and that this guy was promoting it, but no, he's not. He's talking about the pagan Trinity. He's not talking about the biblical Trinity at that point. But he is talking about the Trinity other places in the book. And, so, but people will use that and say, well, see, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me.